we're off. We're gonna see what's coming up in our very first chest. So that's the big one.
Just your box standard big 20. I guess it's Link's allowance.
There's a pocket change. Coming up real quick, we're gonna see what that uncle weapon is, and like something good.
And this item will be, oh, the Fire Rod. I believe chat was mentioning Fire Rod as a starting item they've seen quite a few times.
Yeah, Fire Rod's definitely one of the ones I've gotten a lot more of it. I like it a lot since it does open up a couple of things and gives you something that does real damage.
And our chat seems to be full of witches because someone is mentioning B-Torbs, and we got a bottle of B-Torb right there.
Wow, is the seed stack? The runner's only about a room apart, but it looks like they're opting. I don't see too many people going to the right side, but it looks like Jade's going to the right there.
Yeah, most of the time it's because I believe the left side is a little faster, just because there's less things to load on that side, but that's just what I've heard.
I'll have to look into that, definitely. We got bombs in the first chest here, so we're not going to have to worry about farming for those.
Yeah, it's such a pain to not get a bomb drop from these enemies, but when you get to the back escape, and then you find out, oh, there's some progression in that back escape, that is so annoying for these runners.
Oh yeah, definitely. But also, it's nice that they found bombs, because with the Fire Rod, it can be kind of hard to farm for those bombs, because it uses a good amount of mana. Another big 20.
Yeah, they're like, what, 23, I believe, of those big 20s into the game?
Yeah, it's somewhere in the upper 20s, I don't really remember. There is a good amount of them for sure. And both of our runners are going to be entering the basement.
And looking into hashtag things in Zelda's chest. How a lamp fit in Zelda's chest, I'm not sure.
I do believe that is vanilla, though. That is one of the spots you can get that lamp.
Yes, I believe it's if you forget to get the one inside Link's house.
Alright, so we haven't seen a map yet. So, we don't know how many items there are exactly left, but we know there's at least 3.
And I don't believe
I guess it's going to be 2 because they also don't have the smoke.
Yeah, I was about to mention the key. So yeah, they only have 2 possible progression items and then the 2 dungeon items.
Right, but we all know there's plenty of items inside.
So typically in this time frame, they usually would be attacking the enemies for bomb drops. But again, since we already got the 3 bomb drop earlier, we don't have to really do the farming. Also, if you're wondering, there are a couple of new things from this randomizer. One, we have the 2 different sprites of the hundreds that we have. We have Valera from, I believe that's League of Legends. I could be wrong, please correct me, chat. And then we have Tairr from Final Fantasy VI. One of the ones that I personally requested, though I was always saying Human Tairr, who's the bunny sprite for this one, should be the regular sprite, and then Tairr should be the bunny sprite. Anyway, back escape, we got 3 big 20s. Holy crap, we've got like 5 big 20s already. And
that's a lot of big fun.
So Sanctuary should be the map, so Tairr shouldn't be having any I guess war flashback for skipping the Sanctuary chest. And yes, he rightfully skips it. So now we head on to Kakariko, which is well, okay, not quite to Kakariko. There are 2 different ways, or 3 different ways. Some people check the Lumberjack, which Tairr isn't going to do. She's just going to go straight to Lost Woods. Or some people just go to Kakariko. There's no wrong way. It doesn't really take that much difference. Oh, the tree pool's really good at 8 bomb drop. That's going to be helpful. The bomb upgrade, not so much.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be nice to know that you're not going to have to buy that many bombs.
Meanwhile, the Thieves had just a heart container, which is actually not bad in the early game. You need all the hearts you can get. And yet another big 20 at the Lumberjack. I think that's like 6 big 20s so far.
I believe you're right, yeah. I'm sorry about that. I was gone for a little bit having some headset issues, but I think I've got them fixed out now.
Yes, you sound a little clearer. And
Awesome.
yes, chat, I apologize for mistaking my MMOs, so sorry.
Well, nothing but a lot of hearts, and I guess a lot of rupees is good, and there's yet another big 20.
We're gonna run out of big 20s before we get to Dark World at this rate.
Honestly, though.
All right, PC game, stop killing me, chat.
That's okay, I don't play any of them, so...
Okay, we got the red meringue and pizza farts and
The boots?
boots. Another Pizza Heart and 50 rupees.
Wow, it's gonna be a pretty good race seed with those boots. I always enjoy seeing runners find the boots early.
And we only got a little bit of interest from that bottle vendor. Looks like Tairr. Oh, Tairr's gonna check the bonk rocks right now.
Yeah, might as well. You're still right there. It's definitely a good time to route it in. Especially finding early boots. There could be progression, and wow, Samaria.
Actually, you know what? I was about to imitate Phantom Rio, but I said, you know what? That's his shtick, not mine.
I'm not even gonna attempt to do that.
Mind you, I have something for the blue cane, so if that shows up. Nice chicken clip. I hope there's he doesn't have it. Oh, hammer in the chicken coop.
Oh, wow. It's a lot of useful items in the beginning, for sure.
No, this wasn't quite the hammer start that we've seen so many times. Oh, gloves! Wow.
Wow, sick kid trying to get strong there with those power gloves.
Maybe that's why he was sick. He was trying to lift the Titan's midstone, but he only had the power glove.
It's possible. Now, I don't believe we've seen a map check yet, so we're not sure what our dungeons are quite yet. Hopefully we'll be seeing that pretty quick here from one of them.
No, nothing yet so far, and they're one item away from Dark World access, with them just lacking the Moon Pearl.
That is true. And I missed what was on the race game, but it must not have been too important because Tairr decided to reset there.
It was just a vanilla pizza fart.
Of course. Right, you can definitely find a lot of items early on in version 29, but I've noticed that you get a lot of them, and then a lot of them tend to just hide for a while. So the mid-game, it kind of takes a while.
Yeah, it kind of starts off what we call a jet seed. You get a lot of these items really quickly, but then, as you said, it trolls the major item. The one major item you need just trolls both runners for a good long time.
Right, it's like the medallion you need to open the last crystal in Turtle Rock is hidden like in the back of Pendant Swamp. I've actually seen that more than once.
And looks like we got some soggy blue clothes in the dam area.
Yeah, it's always nice to find that a bit early, because it takes a little less worry out of when you go to Dark World, knowing that you can take a little less damage with that.
Oh yeah. Also, I guess you can call, since the blue mail was in the dammer, you can call that the Zora's Tunic from OOT.
Tairr opting to use this Cane of Samaria to take out these mini Moldworms. It's not a strat I've ever tried personally, but looks kind of difficult.
It's not too bad, but as you can see, he was having issues, and now he's going to try hammer strats, which is not the best of ideas.
Right, the hammer has such a wonky hitbox that a lot of the times you can be hitting something and it should be getting hit, or at least you feel like it, but then it just doesn't. And literacy in Mini Moldworm Cave. And another B-Torp.
So that's desert access and completion right there.
Yep, and currently that's all it does for us, since we don't have the ability to access either tablet yet. We could potentially see a very early pedestal check, but I don't know if that'll happen at this point. But it's possible.
More likely, they're gonna route it in with Skullwoods,
Right.
like normal.
Assuming they find the mirror anyway.
Unless Mirror's pedestal.
That is true. There's, what, our 8th Big 20 or 9th?
Yeah, Mirror on pedestal is so trolly in that you want to do this good routing.
And there was our map check. I saw a pendant at Eastern Palace, but that was about all I had time for before Tairr closed the map.
I believe I saw a crystal on Hera.
Yeah, Hera was definitely a crystal, but I did not see Desert Palace at all. Even on the restream, I missed it. But it looks like our trackers got us covered. It looks like Desert Palace is the green pendant. So two of our Light World pendants, or two of our pendants in the Light World.
Which pretty much increases our pet the height quite a fair bit, but not a whole lot, unfortunately.
Yeah, there are still a number of things that could be on there, but we won't really know for sure until probably a lot later.
The one I want to see is an all-pendant light world, and then Moon Pearl is the pedestal. But that's like 1 in, what, a billion?
Yeah, that's a pretty low chance, definitely. Would be interesting, though. Just a heart container so far in Desert Palace, so not a lot. And yeah, I believe that was our third B-Torque that Jade just got in Agnes Cave.
Wow, I've never really seen like that many of one singular item just for those bottles.
Right, yeah, that's definitely interesting. And just our compass in the right side top chest, so we're gonna have to go pretty far back. We did get our big key though, so we're gonna see the big chest and possibly the dungeon to completion, which would be interesting since neither of them really have... I guess they have the fire rod though, never mind.
To take down landmos or to light the torches?
I was gonna say light source, but then I realized it's not just the lamp. Fire rod works on those torches as well. And there's the bow.
So green pendant, well, pendant desert necessary so far.
Yep, and that also opens up Pendant Eastern Palace for full completion. So we'll see if the seed has any interesting plans for the runners here.
At this point,
it's not quite vanilla bow. The bow in vanilla is in Eastern Palace. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that at some point, I'm assuming we're gonna see either the mirror to get access to Hera, and then that leads to the pearl, or maybe the pearl is in the Eastern Palace area.
Yeah, there still definitely are a lot of options and a few locations left. Tairr trying to do a item dash, but unfortunately if you don't have a sword, it doesn't exactly work. You'll just bonk off of things. Oh, and they have the lamp. I forgot they have the lamp.
Yeah, don't worry. We both had long days, so we're probably gonna miss a couple of things here and there.
It's definitely true. But Tairr is going to be our first runner to take on Lion Lolas. With the Fire Rod, it could be an easy fight, except they don't have a lot of magic to use it.
Yeah, I was wondering, before they got the bows, wondering if how they're gonna do it with hammer strats, but the bow and 30... Well, actually, Jade's not gonna have that many arrows. This might be troublesome for her.
That is true. It's running a bit low there.
Tairr was able to take down one of the second landmo with the hammer. Oh, both of the last two with the hammer, so that works.
Yeah, very well done by Tairr there.
And here, if I was wondering if hammer would be a good idea, well, I get proven wrong.
Yep, and now Jade having her Limola fight.
Unfortunately, she mistimed her first two fire rod shots. Could have killed one of the landmos. While the left side runner was being a terrible person and threw a bomb at Agina.
I would be lying if I said I have not done that myself.
Well, he does occasion. Well, considering he's a one-off location, I'm not surprised. It's either you waste the time and get something good, or you don't think about it about going to him, and it turns out he does have something good.
Right, but this is going to be convenient for our runners because they get to turn in the green pendant and check the eastern area, but our green pendant turned out to just be some bombs.
Yeah, green pendant item just blew 3 times over.
And then just 2 pieces of heart and the single rupee in Sahasrara's closet, so not a lot there.
Yeah, there was nothing that Sahasrara actually gave out in terms of progression, so yeah, not even green pendant.
There can be a few items here in Eastern, but we're going to see. Are the runners going to opt to full clear it since they have the bow? Is it a risk worth taking with it still being a pendant? Well, there's a sword.
I'm expecting them to at least get the 3 items. Otherwise, if the 3 items are before Armos, I'm expecting them to quit because it doesn't seem like it's worth it to go and beat Armos when you don't know if it's pedestal seed or not.
Right, though with the lamp, it can be done fairly quickly, but we'll see if it's a gamble that either of our runners decide to take.
And if it turns out that it's a pedestal seed, they can always route it in whenever, if they have to go and beat Pod, and they have the mirror.
Yeah, that is true as well. Just the big key. So I know for sure we've seen 1 item. I'm not, or 2 items because the sword and 300 rupees, but I don't know if we've seen the 3rd.
No, we haven't, because that was the 3rd chest, and the big key chest will be the 4th, which would happen to be the 2nd dungeon item so far.
Yeah, and Tairr getting a nice spin dash off of the big chest steps there. That was pretty cool.
Yep, great awareness on him to realize he has the boots, which in NMG you never have the boots during Eastern.
Right, and even in Randomizer, it's not too often that when you clear out Eastern, you have both a sword and boots, especially this early on. It's definitely a rare sight for sure. And just the map, so our 3rd item is going to be on Armos.
And Tairr rightfully opting, in my opinion, rightfully opting to go after Armos. It's going to be quick kill with the bow, and it's never a good idea to leave an item in a dungeon, even if it's a pendant dungeon.
Right, but especially having the lamp, getting through here will be pretty quick. Tairr making not quite easy work of the Toho room. You can kind of get stuck there if you get hit. It looks like Jade is also going to opt to finish Eastern Palace.
Okay, let's see how Tairr does if he gets a quick kill on the Armos. And
Beautiful.
it looks like, yeah.
And the Moon Pearl. So I'd say that was definitely worth it.
Oh yeah, now they finally get Dark World access. I don't expect them to go to Death Mountain just yet, because it's only 2 items compared to whatever's to the like 10s items combined for Skullwoods and Village of Outcasts.
Right, yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see that either. Because until they find that mirror and hookshot, or hookshot, you're right, there's only the 2 items you can access. With knowledge of a 3rd. And here's our Dark World map check. Wow, that was very quick. All I saw was a pendant Skullwoods.
I saw Pod and Swamp as the red crystals.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for Jade to do it unless our tracker managed to catch that, but that was really quick. And an early hype cave with a fetch quest and a medallion, so not sure how to judge that in the hype level.
I consider that a 5 out of 10 for the time being.
Yeah.
Maybe. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, if the medallion ends up being required, then I guess that's hype, but we won't know for a little while.
Or if Mushroom leads to something either from the witch or using the fake powder glitch.
True enough, and it's definitely nice to like find that item and know that you're not going to be finding it somewhere later on and have to go for it.
So let's see what Digging Game has right now.
Jade finding Hurricane of Samaria in the meantime. Wow, just 2 more big 20s from Stumpy in the Digging Game, so not a lot of items so far in the Dark World.
And that was a 19 digging game.
That's pretty high up there. I believe the max is, what, 23?
Maybe a little higher than that.
Yeah, I can't quite remember, but it looks like we might be getting the ped check from Jade. Get your hype in chat.
Yep, get your pedestal heights, everybody.
And it's gonna be bomb storage increase.
And we got a Dedistal seed that really blew.
That is dead.
Is Tairr doing the same thing? Looks like it, actually.
Yep, looks like he is.
I'm actually a little surprised that not completely, just because they do have both pendants.
Yep, and there was another map check from Jade, so that one was a little bit longer. Hopefully we'll be able to get a bit more info from that one.
Our tracker Flaffykins got it right.
Yep.
I mistook what I thought was a red crystal swamp. It was actually at ice.
Close though. Meanwhile, it looks like Jade's dipping Skullwoods. Might as well check the 3rd pendant while you're here. Just get all the pendant dungeons out of the way. And there's Titan's Mitts.
All 3 of our pendant dungeons had necessary items. What is this, V27 or 26 logic?
I don't know, I see that a lot in V29 myself too, so. And a vanilla 300 rupees in the C-shaped house. Yeah, Skullwoods is also a pretty quick check as it only has 2 items, so it's definitely good to get that out of the way. Jade is gonna check our bumper cave ledge, just a piece of heart though, so definitely not gonna see anyone coming back for that.
Nope, nope. Wow, Tairr just checking around the Thieves Town so far. I only got the no, didn't get much so far.
Right, but with a sword, well, sword not required, but with the hammer, it's full clearable, so.
Mind you, sword is even fighter sword is easier to beat blind with than the hammer. Oh, we got the cape right there, but though not necessary to see.
Would definitely be nice though, in case you need to check the tile room in Ganon's tower. Hopefully it doesn't come down to that, but
There is that.
meanwhile Jade just following in Tairr's footsteps, checking out the thieves down here. Seems like these runners have made a lot of similar routing choices. We haven't seen either of them really diverge that much from the other.
Yep, more than likely Tairr's gonna go up north to Skullwoods and get his mitts and whatever the other item was in early Skullwoods. I'm expecting Jade to do South Dark World. I'm not sure if she's gonna get the do a Froggy World Tour, but that's a likely possibility now that she has a mitt.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see what her choice is once she leaves Thieves Town. There's the flippers. That's an interesting find. All it really opens up at this point is the hobo under the bridge, but it is good since we are going to have to clear swamp eventually.
It actually opens up a lot of Zora area as well, especially the waterfall ferry. So they didn't have to.
That's true.
They kind of had almost had the money for it, but they didn't bother with the fake flipper, and well, they had the regular flipper, so they don't have to bother worrying about that.
Right. I'm not sure if it's possible to get the waterfall chests if you don't have the moon pearl because no water rock. But I'm not 100% certain on that.
I don't believe it's possible without the moon pearl. That's the other reason why they didn't bother going with it.
Tairr doing a fake powder to get a fairy in that bunny beam.
Good play on him because despite blind being pretty scripted fights, he can turn into a bullet hell fight very quickly as well.
Oh yes, and the hook shot.
The thieves stole everything today. Wow.
Yeah, actually good thieves for once. Speaking of the scripted blind fight, let's see if Tairr can pull it off.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what type of weapon. You only need to hit the blind 9 times to defeat him or her, because he was a mate. Well, I'm not gonna go that far with that.
Tairr using the hammer for some reason, but can still make good work of blind there.
Yeah, it worked for him, so I was kind of wondering about it, but yeah, it worked for him. Anyway, so we got our first crystal at 35 minutes into this race.
That's not too bad. I've definitely seen slower first crystals, that's for sure. Though it's also good to keep in mind that we have cleared out 2 pendants as well, so.
2 pendants with, well, 2 pendants with lots of progression, and now we got the Tild coin, i.e. the Quake medallion.
Yep, that Quake. Looks like Jade's going with Kate in order to survive the blind fight, but she also gets through it.
Yeah, if you want to avoid the bullet hell, Cape is pretty good at that, as well as the Kana Burna.
Yeah, Burna is especially nice since it's a damage source, so you can just walk into blind and damage him. Looks like Tairr is gonna come all the way over to Eastern Dark World. And looks like he's gonna do Catfish while he's over here.
Okay, this is a very strange play. I would have expected him to go to Skull Woods, and this is quite a far one-off location, especially with no mirror to check the Zora area as well.
Right, but it's also going to be nice to have it out of the way. You're not going to have to come back for it. Still is an interesting play for sure, but I can see the appeal. And no fruit for his efforts, just the heart container.
I don't know, the extra health is pretty good idea. Yeah, it looks like Tairr's gonna check Pyramid and possibly go to Pod today.
Yeah, I believe Pod is full clearable with having both the bow and the hammer. There are a lot of chests in there.
A lot of chests, a lot of items, no bats, but way too many keys. That's Pod for you.
It's very accurate.
Ooh,
and
Master
another
Sword.
Solid.
I guess you could kind of say vanilla-ish sword upgrade at the Pyramid, if you count the Fat Fairy.
Yeah, that is true. It's close enough. Well, it looks like Jade, meanwhile, has been given the Frog World tour here. So we're probably going to see her save Warp to take the frog back to his house. Oh, that's where our 4th bottle was.
Yeah, it was Hype Cave, Agina, Hyrule Castle, and I can't remember the last one.
Kakariko somewhere.
Kakariko, yeah, I believe there was one in Kakariko. Looks like Jade is gonna go get her Master Sword from the Pyramid. Wonder if she'll route in Catfish. More likely, yes, since she's running this way.
Yeah, it's probably the closest she'll be until she gets the mirror anyway. Meanwhile, we're seeing Tairr do the Bowlock side of Pod. Don't believe... I think we just saw a key in that first chest, it looks like.
Like I said, no bats, but way too many keys.
Speaking of keys, there's 2 more of them for you. Now, since Plot has a certain dungeon layout, it is possible to keep track of the keys, and I'm really bad at it, but you can potentially skip opening a couple of chests because you know where the keys are.
Yeah, if you don't mind doing the bow lock side like a few times, as well as you realize if, like, say the big key chest has like a dungeon item instead of progression item.
Right, but since we found so many keys, I believe they're going to have to check both of those locations. And we have all 3 medallions, so there's going to be no medallion hunt at the end of the seed.
Yeah, aside from flute and ice rod, the Meyer and TR would be clearable.
That is true, but I also think that's we have flute, mirror, and ice rod. I believe are our only 3 items left before we're already in go mode.
Oh yeah, you're right. Wow.
It's been a very quick seed. I mean, only 42 minutes in, and we're only 3 items short. Looks like Tairr might be going for the hammer jump.
It's a very good idea. It saves time on the routing. And especially since they both have a fairy in the bottle, doing a death warp would be a bad idea.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tairr was a couple of pixels off, so wasn't quite able to get that jump. But it looks like he's going to go for it again.
Yeah, he pause buffered a lot, so I wasn't really hopeful with his chances on that one.
Nails it that second time around, though.
And we got our Fisher-Price first shield.
Meanwhile, Jade did the hammer pegs just to see a piece of heart, so I'm not going to be going for that. I missed what was on Blacksmith's, but I don't know if it was anything super important.
Blacksmith's was nothing. The chat would have reamed this out if it was.
That is true. Oh, apparently it was Berna.
Oh, I missed that, and now I can't even say my joke for that. Ugh.
Oh. And the purple chest yields just some rupees, but Tairr finding half magic, so that's always good to find.
And the burrito. Jay checking King's Tomb. Let's see what she finds here.
Oh, there's one of the items.
Wow. Can we say progression item Turtle Rock?
Really, though. So now we're just down to the flute and the mirror.
Would be mean for me to ask for mirror at Laser Bridge and then flute at Mimic Cave.
That would be pretty mean. Looks like Jade's going for the mushroom check, though.
I was actually kind of wondering if she did the fake powder to the Batman, but I don't think she did.
I don't believe we've seen Magic Bat yet.
Okay, I was kind of worried when Jade was buying all those potions, hopefully that she might overspend and not have many money for Zora. Because I was betting that she was going to go to Zora after the mushroom check.
Right, but it looks like she got it under control.
We've had too many races where runners need to work on their accounting skills.
Definitely. We're gonna see Tairr taking on Helm of Sword King.
Wow, we got 2 more big 20s at the Waterfall of Wishing.
Not a lot there, but we are gonna see the Zora ledge check as well as the Zora check itself. We'll see whether it's a life lesson or a progression item.
Just a 5-arrow upgrade on the ledge. Meanwhile, Tairr was trying to do hammer strats on the gem of the Helmosaur, but switches the sword and takes the dinosaur down. And we just got the compass.
Wow, Zora having the mirror though. That mirror opens up a lot. And now we're only a flute away. From gnome mode, at least.
Yeah, for Jade, yes, just because Bommels in... Oh, Bommels was in Village of Outcasts, or was it in Pod? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was Pod. We are going to see Jade going up Death Mountain.
Which makes sense, because that's roughly 12 to 15 items before going to TR, plus she can probably go after, she'll probably go after Hera at the same time.
Alright, but now the question stands, where is that flute?
Old man just had the single arrow, the validation arrow, I guess.
He gave up his one arrow so that you could kill Ganon. Assuming you find silver arrows.
But both of these runners have to be well versed in Silverless. Though I don't like the prospect of Master Sword Silverless.
Well, it doesn't look like we're going to have to worry about it, because there they were on top of the Spectacle Rock, and a sword upgrade inside Spectacle Rock. Wow. It's the Ganon Rock today.
Well, yeah, that was going to make a bad pun about the rock, but no thanks.
And our runners are going to high-five getting that Tempered Sword right there. Tairr not quite getting the bomb jump. That's a fairly difficult one to bomb jump back across that gap.
Yeah, you have to be at the lowest possible pixel of that upper hole, and it's hard to gauge.
Yep, and it looks like we're going to see both of our runners going and picking up that silver arrow, at least at some point, because it actually looks like Tairr's going to take the right side route.
Well, Tairr still needs to go to Zora and pick up the mirror.
Oh, that is a fair point. Jade checking our ether tablet though, and we get a piece of heart.
Meanwhile, Tairr goes through the Light World hype area, like World Death Mountain, only finds a couple bits of trash.
Right, there are a lot of items in Paradox Cave though, so we'll see if there's our useful one item left here. And nope.
Womp womp. And it looks like Jade has to go through a coffee break in Hera.
Yeah, so depending on what's in... Wow, I totally lost my train of thought. I can't even remember, but Jade did get the clip there, so she's going to be able to take a nice little rest. Tairr having a little bit of difficulty with that bomb jump, but gets it in the end. Oh yeah, Tairr also has not found our mitts. But if I'm not mistaken, I think that was red mail on the floating island?
It was definitely red, I couldn't tell which one though.
It was either the red mail or some rupees.
It looked a little pointy, so I'm assuming rupees, personally.
Probably. Yep, and now both of our runners can be clearing out Hera. Now fortunately, having the hookshot and the boots, you get to do the much easier way of doing the quick check of that chest. A bomb jump can be slightly difficult sometimes. But you can just hookshot to it and then bonk back across.
And it looks like Moldorm has the last item in Hera. Temper starting out Moldorm, gonna be very quick.
Oh yeah, that's a very fast fight.
And he only has some blueberries. Not very tasty.
Yep, not super helpful. But it is a crystal, and one of our 5/6 crystals to boot, so.
This is true. Now, I'm expecting Jade to go to dark side of Death Mountain. I kind of wonder if she's gonna go and just full clear Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah, it's possible. We'll see if it comes down to that. We're gonna get the spiral cave check though, and it's not gonna be the long walk of shame since we've had boots this whole time.
Yeah,
Ooh,
no
Tairr taking a
resins.
fall.
And more big 20s. Have we gotten 15, 16 big 20s so far?
I personally lost count, but that wouldn't surprise me.
Are we gonna have any big 20s by the time we get to Ganon's Tower?
I don't know, at this rate, we might not have any left. Now, Saryu, where do you think that flute's gonna be?
Well, my troll prediction of Mirror, Laser Bridge, and Flute Mimic Cave is completely out, so... somewhere. How about iced tea room?
Oof. That would be brutal.
I mean, Laser Bridge, Turtle Rock Laser Bridge, and Mimic Cave are kind of given, so it's not as trolly as you would think. But Iced Tea Room is always a really pain in the butt room to route in Ice Palace.
Right, it's definitely preferred to be able to skip that, but if that is where our flute is, then they're not going to be able to. Now we do see Jade in Dark Death Mountain, so she's going to show us probably the medallion to open Turtle Rock. And a couple of items here.
Five arrows in the big 20 so far. Let's see what Hookshot Cave has.
And Tairr is actually running kind of low on places to check until he finds either those mitts or that mirror at Zora. Well, it looks like he is going to take the flipper route, probably check Hobo, and then go up to Zora would be my guess. Red Mail and Hookshot Cave.
Red Mail turns Tairr gold. Kind of funny. And not much else, unfortunately.
Alright, and here comes our TR check. And it's Quake, so Jade will be able to get in there. And I missed what the Hobo had, but judging by the sword slash from Tairr, I don't think it was anything good. Just 10 arrows, it looks like, on the restream.
Yeah, it's just arrows. And yeah, I'm not surprised that Jade's gonna clear out T-Rock right now. I mean, it's 6 items, and she's up here right now, so might as well just do it.
Yeah, even though it is really nice to have Turtle Rock be the last dungeon, it's definitely a good play to clear it out while you're here.
And roughly 8 times out of 10, typically, of Go mode Turtle Rock and is pretty much the same as a full clear Turtle Rock, so it's not too much of a time loss.
Yeah, that is true. Meanwhile, Tairr is going to go up and check Waterfall and Zora, so he's going to get his mirror. That'll lead to some interesting routing. Trying to think where I would go.
In terms of item density, the best place would be Swamp. Though in the back of my mind, I would wonder about the Graveyard. Graveyard. What the hell did I just say? Graveyard and Haunted Grove Ledges.
Yeah, the other mirror locations. Now I missed what the first chest in Turtle Rock was, and what was beyond the torch room as well.
First chest was a compass.
Okay. There's our big key.
Yeah, it looks like Tairr is gonna check Swamp while doing his usual let the like take a shield.
Of course. He's not super fond of shields, apparently.
Yeah, he really thinks they're terrible.
Oh,
It had to be said.
I should have seen that one coming.
Okay, so
No, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that TR big key chest was just 5 arrows.
Okay, so nothing useful. And I was gonna ask, with the shield getting eaten, does that mess up the progressive shields, or will you just get fighter shield again if you find one?
I believe you get fire shield next,
Oh,
regardless.
and there's the flute. So we are in no mode at this point.
Yes, Tairr really needs to go to Skull Woods, but because it's a pendant dungeon, he's not going to even think about going there till too late.
Well, it's actually could be coming up pretty quick, because he'll have the mirror locations left, but he can't get into the last 3 dungeons without those Titan's Mitts, so...
That is true, plus Bombo's tablet.
So with Tairr, it would be Titan's Mitts for Go mode, and with Jade, it's potentially Bombos if Bombos is needed for Misery Mire, and then that flute from Swamp.
Yeah, the problem for Jade is her choice of dungeons. If she goes to Swamp before going to Pod, that's going to be a problem for her.
That is true. We'll have to see what happens when that time comes, though, but she's still got a little bit of Turtle Rock left.
Now I'm kind of wondering if either of these dungeons will have the Butter Sword.
Yeah, well, not required. Butter Sword does make a lot of things a lot faster, that's for sure.
So
Well,
Jade,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that Jade was decided to not bother with laser skips and just uses the cape. And
Yeah,
we
but
got
not
her
being out of magic, she might have to.
And we just found our second shield. It's the laser bridge. And of course, the last key in Turtle Rock is going to be in some vanilla location. As well as the Swamp Big Key. Wow.
Lots of vanilla today.
Not necessarily a bad thing, but yeah.
Now, it'll be interesting to see how the flow of this race goes, because Jade just has Flute left, and potentially Bombos, but then she'll still have to do Pod and Swamp Palace that Tairr's already done. But conversely, Tairr's still going to have to do Ice Palace, Mire, and Turtle Rock, so it'll be interesting to see how this race goes.
Well, Jade will still have to do Ice Palace as well. Hopefully she doesn't go there after beating Trinex.
That's true. So Tairr's ahead in the dungeon count by 1, at least for crystals, but again, until he finds those Titans mids.
Well, they actually are. Yeah, you're right. Once he beats Swamp, he'll still be a little ahead.
So yeah, I can't even tell who's in the lead at this point. They both have got different circumstances because their routes finally diverged.
Yeah, you can say either of them are ahead in either case. I kind of want to give Tairr the slight edge just because he, like you said earlier, he does have a lot less places to check without those mitts.
That's true, and once he finds those mitts, it's a... Oh, and he still has to find Ice Rod as well. I forgot about that.
Well, he needs the mitts first before he can even get to Ice Rod in the King's Tomb.
Right, so mitts won't quite be going, but let's see how quickly he finds that Ice Rod after finding the mitts. I totally forgot about the Ice Rod.
And we got our 3rd sword upgrade in the Spike Cave. Sorry, not sword, shield.
Although it looks like Jade might be making the swamp play, so she's going to be hitting go mode pretty quick here.
Yeah, I'm expecting her to, once she gets the flute, that she's gonna, and beats Swamp, she's gonna go check Meyer.
That is true. I guess it wouldn't quite be go mode yet, potentially, because we don't know for Jade. If Miss Meyer is Bombos, then she'll have to go looking for that.
So Bombos was just the big 20, not really what Tairr's looking for. And it looks like he's gonna check Haunted Grove Ledge.
Yep, starting to route in all these mirror locations. Now Jade's going to be getting her flute. The question is, once you find that flute, do you go check Meyer, or do you just full clear out Swamp first, hoping that you have what it needs for Misery Meyer? Well, it looks like she's going to go check Meyer.
I'm not quite sure if I agree with this play just because it's such a time sink to reopen the dam.
Right, but it also potentially could save her time. Because if it's not Bombos, then she's not going to full clear Swamp, because she'll know she'll be in go mode. So that could save her some time.
That is true, actually. I mean, do we lose out, like, what, 7 seconds on reopening? Sorry, 30 seconds on reopening the dam, or like a few minutes to check the left side of Swamp?
Right, it's definitely an interesting play. I don't know which I would have done, honestly, but we'll see if it ends up paying off. Because if Meyer is Bombos, then she'll probably clear out Swamp looking for it. But we're going to find out. It's a pretty fateful dying check.
Also, is Tairr actually going to go to Skullwoods? Yes, he is. That's a good play on his part.
Wow. And Meyer is Ether. Jade is in go mode.
And at an hour, 9 minutes, and 49 seconds, we have achieved go mode.
Go, go, go. Now it's just a question of how quickly Tairr will find that ice rod.
Yeah, the fact that he didn't go to Sanctuary makes me a little worried, because now he's gonna go, instead of go find Ice Rod, he's gonna go to Full Clear Ice Palace. This is not good for him.
Oof. Yeah, unless he decides to go make those overworld checks with those Titans mates, he's gonna have a lot of ground to make up.
To be fair, though, this is a logical play in that he's going after one, Crystal Dungeons, and two, the more item-dense locations. I mean, if he didn't have to save and quit from Skull Woods, he probably would have checked the Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb, but because he did that, it ruined his routing.
Now, I don't believe he checked the Graveyard Ledge either, though, so it's possible that he could be led to it sooner rather than later, because there's Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb there he still hasn't done.
Yep. Meanwhile, Jade finds, arguably for some runners, the best item in the game, that being the powder.
It is pretty good to be able to, take out those anti-fairies and get health for it in the meantime. I like it a lot. Also looks like we found the third shield upgrade in Meyer.
No, the third one was in Spike Cave.
Oh, in Spike Cave, wow. I only just now noticed, so might be.
No worries.
When Tairr missing the Ice Palace bomb jump. It's a very specific pixel you have to be on in order to make this. But it looks like he's got it.
Third time's a charm.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, Jade has to go to Vanilla Big Key chest to look for the big key, and another coffee break for this.
Much shorter one though.
That is true. Also, this Myers one, the other dungeon that where full clear and go mode aren't really that much different, and it looks like the big keys in the chest to the left of the big chest.
Right. The Meyer can either be really quick or really slow, depending on where that key is. Because you can open it up in the first chest and pretty much just go over. But if you don't find it, then it's a long walk through the dungeon to clear it out.
Okay. Oh, I was kind of wondering what Jade is doing in her routing, but she doesn't have any keys to go up the door, so she's gonna go through the portal here.
That is true.
Because that last key is either on Vitreous or it's in the big key chest, which is incredibly trolly.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Although Jade being in go mode, I doubt she would go back for it if it was in the big chest.
Yeah, I don't think did she find the compass? I can't remember.
I believe so, but I might have been looking at Tairr's instead. I know he did. We'll see if Jade does the new Meyer tech. I don't know if I saw the setup or not. Yeah, nope, looks like she's just going for the good old bomb strat. Which, I mean, it's only like a 10-second difference.
And if she hasn't practiced it and tries to do it, it's gonna waste more time than just doing whatever you're used to.
Also, Tairr finding Butter Sword in Ice Palace. It doesn't look like Jade will have that.
Yeah, I think, wasn't it in the iced tea room, I believe?
Yeah, I missed the exact location. No, it was there somewhere.
Yeah, she's gonna skip out on that. Meanwhile, speaking of Jade, machine gun time. Those silver arrows will kill Vitchias so quickly.
Yeah, it turns the fight into a little bit of a joke. Ooh, and if Tairr takes another hit, he'll be done. He's got to be pretty careful. Oh, and there it is. But he does have a fairy, which I missed, so that's at least good.
Yeah, Tairr was pretty much aware of that.
I totally missed that. Good on him.
Yeah, that was the fairy. Was the fourth? Was in the fourth bottle they got.
Okay, yeah, I remember that now. Now, where's Tairr gonna go next? Meyer.
It's not a bad play, but not the play he really wants to do. Hopefully he doesn't go to Turtle Rock afterwards to see if Ice Rod will be there.
That is true. That would be a giant time sink. Although he could do the neat little trick where you can save your portal outside of Turtle Rock. So he might do that and then make the Light World checks where he'll find the Ice Rod. So we'll see if it ends up playing out that way.
I'm just hoping that he'll realize, might as well take out these last couple of Light World areas before I go up Death Mountain, so I don't have to go up Death Mountain another couple times.
Although thinking about it, he wouldn't even have to do the portal saving trick because he wouldn't be going back into the Dark World if he checks Light World locations.
Yeah, graveyard. Yeah, graveyard. Yeah, graveyard ledge. I can't say that word tonight for some reason. So is Tairr gonna do a meme for us today? And he can't. So it's a bird slice.
That poor bird.
Jade kind of took a wrong turn. She just realized, wait, why am I going down here? I'm in go mode.
Right.
Meanwhile, it's muscle memory. It's muscle memory. What can you do? Meanwhile, Tairr finds his powder. Probably gonna realize that this is gonna be a full clear Mire very soon.
Yeah, meanwhile, Jade's gonna make quick work of the Argus fight.
Yeah,
Just 2 tempered spins will finish Argus off.
yeah, she took down like 75% of those puffs within the first cycle. It was like, wow.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive fight.
Now Jade's off to Ice Palace. And gonna go about that with the Ice Palace Bond Jump. Just basically use NMG strats.
Yeah, Ice Palace is really quick if you do that bomb jump and you don't have to full clear it.
The only thing that might stall Jay a little bit is where the big key was in Pod. Because I don't believe it was in the Bullock side.
Yeah, it was in the, I think it was in the basement chest, if I remember right.
Ah, yes, I kind of remember that now.
So yeah, we'll see if she gets that.
Yeah, if it was in one of the either the Bullock side or the very first chest, then she would have go-boated Pod so quickly. She would just need that big key and one small key.
Yeah, that is true. Tairr getting out of their Mire item, and it was just bombs.
He probably wanted to bomb that chest afterwards.
Ooh, and Jade accidentally hitting the Stalfos out of the bomb. That room can get kind of annoying if you don't get the quick kill.
Yeah, rare mistake with that on her part.
There we go, Jade nails that bomb jump second try. Ooh, and it looks like we're going to see Tairr going for the new Mire tech.
I think he got it.
Ooh, except he did get hit by that Stalfos, which can wreck the glitch if you go too high up.
Whoops. Commentator's curse.
Yeah, I guess this is the old tech of the new tech. Complicated. Old strat for new tech, I should say. And Tairr not having gotten those silvers yet since he didn't have mirror when he first saw them. He's gonna have to. Ooh. I don't think he has another fairy this time.
No, he doesn't. He didn't get any. All he has are B-Torbs right now. So that's going to cost him a lot.
Yeah,
meanwhile,
lead's getting even bigger for Jade.
Yeah, this is going to roughly cost Tairr another 2-3 minutes just to get back to to Vitreous. Meanwhile, Jade has one more dodge to go in Pod.
Yeah, and Pod can be pretty quick if you're go moding it. Once you find that big key and enough keys, it's a fairly fast clear. Now we are going to see Tairr going for the Meyer Rod dash again. Let's see if we can nail it this time. Not quite. You got to hit that anti-fairy with the fire rod. So if you miss it, it's a no-go.
Yeah, and it's not worth going after it again. I think that slash he did to Staphos might have messed him up after that last time around, where it got in the way.
Right, I actually find that Staphos to be the worst part of that, because it can get in the way a good amount of times if you don't kill it.
Interestingly, Jade decides to go to, even though she got the first key, she decides to go to Bulllock side. Which is actually a fair play, just because it would have been, if this area had the big key, it would have been go mode. Super fast go mode Pod.
Yeah, that is true. Alright, the moment of truth. Does Tairr tech overworld stuff, or does he dive TR straight away? We'll find out when he gets the flute menu. Oh, looks like he's doing some overworld, so there's a little bit of hope for him.
Go east, young man. Go east, young man.
Well, he's going east. I think he's going to find it. He's going to check the ledge and then probably go straight down to King's Tomb right after that.
And Spec Rock just having a vanilla pizza fart.
Oh, here it goes. Tairr's about to hit go mode.
Sorry, did I just say Spec Rock? I meant Graveyard. I give up trying to say that thing.
You got it. But there it is. So Tairr's going to hit go mode at 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 20-something. I missed seconds.
Roughly 27 seconds.
Close enough.
Meanwhile, Jade is gonna face off against the Helmosaur King very soon. Just gotta get through this area, plus the 2 turtle runes. Or 3 turtle runes, excuse me.
Yeah, but it looks like Tairr's going to grab the silver arrows on his way.
Yeah, smart play. It's on his way. He's not gonna bother with the broken bridge section. And plus, he still has to be in Lake World anyway, just to get to Turtle Rock.
Right, yeah, it's technically faster to go right, but definitely, I definitely would have done the same thing for those silvers. Cuts a lot of time off the Ganon fight.
Yeah, even like butter silverless Ganon is still slower than any type of silver Ganon. Even Master Sword, I believe. I could be wrong.
Yeah, if you can get the Master Sword spins to damage Ganon enough, then yes, Master Sword Silvers is still faster, I think. Meanwhile, Jade taking down Helmasaur King. And there's the silver arrow shot.
So, we have this little game that we usually play. Hopefully the bot's being nice, because I hear that I read in chat the bot's down. So, I'm just going to start it up once. Jade exits pod. Yeah, the bot's down. Okay, we're gonna do this manually. Anyway, so we got 22 chests in the basement of Ganon's tower. One of those 22 chests has the big key. Please put a number in chat and tell us which chest spot or item location it will be. Darkened Sky, which place do you want it to be?
I'm gonna go with what is usually my standard. I'm gonna say number 12.
So that would be a rando room, correct?
Yeah, it's either rando room or if you check full east side. I don't remember where that puts it. How about you, Seiryu? What do you think it's gonna be?
I'm a troll. I always say tile room.
Of course.
Mind you, I've actually won about 4 times with the tile room, and thank you, Fizo, for restarting the game for us. Put your numbers in chat, everyone.
Right, and you only get a chance to be on the leaderboard if you're a supporter of one of the speed gaming channels, or if you've donated, I believe it's 250 bits to one of the channels, but it's definitely still a fun game to play, even if you haven't.
Yep, that is correct. I should note a couple of times I won, and it was kind of, I wish I didn't win because I was the one that started the big key game. I'm like, oh god.
Alright, and with that, Jade enters Ganon's tower, and once it shows up on the restream, we'll go ahead and stop the game. And here we go. Start counting chests. That's compass at 1, and big 20 at 2, so you are going to be forced to go left side.
So let's see what's at Bob's torch. And it's just a big, it's just a small key, so bye Bob.
Looks like Tairr's opting to do Mimic Cave as well. Interesting play. Or
No,
not Mimic Cave, he just wanted to get the big chest. Never mind, I'm smart.
Yeah, he realized that he didn't get a small key, so he needed that small key from the big chest. Anyway, 4 and 5 are nothing, 6 was a small key, so was 7.
Yep, still going.
Let's see what's in the double fire bar room, number 8, and it's another pizza fart.
Alright, we're going to be coming up on A few more chests. Meanwhile, Tairr went straight past that laser bridge as he has the big key and won't need to even check it.
As well as a second key. That's pretty much the only reason why you would go down to Laser Bridge. And we got a shovel at number 9. Chat, what are you guys saying? I'm saying piece of heart, not pizza fart.
Silly chat.
So 10, 11, 12, 13 was all nothing. So nothing to random room.
Yep, there goes my guess.
And Tairr stream just froze.
Yeah, it looks like we might have lost him. But hopefully we'll be getting him back pretty quick. Jade getting the nice portal skip there. It's kind of a precise move.
Yeah, saves you time from going to what the runners call the petting zoo room. $14, just the full heart container piece. Let's see if it's in the ice armor's room. Armors and silver arrows equals quick death.
Unfortunately, ice can interfere with that just a little.
Yeah, just a little. 15 bomb upgrade, 10 arrows, and a burrito. So we're going to right side.
Yep, it's going to be somewhere over there. Awesome. Looks like we got Tairr's stream back.
Or not.
Potentially.
He might be on PowerPoint mode. Ooh, did Jade miss a torch?
Looks like she must have.
And she's gonna opt to use one of her blue goos to light up the torches again. That's weird. I don't think she's done that before. And chat pointing out, yeah, she didn't get the half magic from... Where was it? Was it in Pod or was it in Ice Palace? I can't remember.
I believe it was Pod. I think it was Pod Dark Corridor. There's 19, 20, or 18, 19, 20, and 21. There it is.
So our big number winner is 21. I'm just gonna wait till chat tells me. And our big winner was Spleeby with the guess of 21.
Very nice. Both of us trying to save, but there we go. There's your leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, we do have Tairr's stream back, and he is making his way through Ganon's Tower, but looks like he's also going to have to find it at 21. So this race still is potentially pretty close. You never know what's going to happen with Moldorm 2 or at Ganon.
Yeah, those are pretty much the only things that can... a couple of Ganon falls, like 3 or 4 Moldorm falls for Tairr to get back into it.
Right, but you never know. We put Tairr at a couple of minutes behind right now. Managing to save that bomb jump barely. That was impressive work by Tairr there.
Yeah, after accidentally taking both pots and ruining a bonk jump.
Now, Tairr does have the butter sword, which won't really make a huge difference until Ganon himself. But we'll see if that ends up playing a role. Jade taking a lot of hits in this ice room, though. And not opting to go for the health refill at that bunny beam.
Though, to be fair, she probably didn't want to ruin the pattern for Landmo 2.
That is true.
Still, she takes down Landmo 2 pretty well. Just like 2 cycles, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was a 2-cycle.
Max plus pi. Jade has, I believe, 1 or 2 more. Oh, 1 blue and 1 fairy. Thank you, sports. Jeffy.
Getting that nice quick kill of the Wizrobes both times. It's 2 of my favorite rooms. Oh, but she does take a fall on this bridge, which you gotta be kind of careful with this bridge. It can be kind of trolly.
Yeah, the pitchfork hitbox is really annoying.
All right, and we got Tairr back again. It looks like he did find his big key, and he's going to start making his way up. No surprise to see Jade skipping these chests. It's, you know, with the Tempered Sword and Silver Arrows and Red Mail, there's not a ton of reason to check it.
Yeah, especially if you're a really good runner of the NMG strats.
There we go. Jay's getting the nice full health refill from both the Bunny Beam and the Anti-Fairy in there.
In contrast, Tairr with 4 hearts decides to not go to the safety room before the gauntlet.
Also skipping the Moldorm chest, not a surprise either.
Jade's a nice person. Didn't want to raid the last possessions of Moldorm 2.
Well, and especially with this race, like, you never know where your opponent is, and usually, at least for me, I'm expecting the done signal from them any minute, and so it's really not surprising.
Was that a double or a triple? I couldn't really tell.
I missed it, to be honest. We'll find out, as that was another double, so she's either got 2 or 3 left. Or 2 or 1.
Nope, it was a double, the first one, so it was a triple-double there.
Not quite as good as a double-triple, but a triple-double is still pretty nice.
And now it's time for Jade to take on the Big Pig. Meanwhile, Tairr is, well, tearing up the gauntlet right now.
No comment. Now, if Jade takes a fall, then that would put this race pretty close.
I think she needs to take 2 falls for Tairr to catch up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Meanwhile, Tairr's having a little issue with his bomb throws.
Understandable. That one can definitely be hard.
Tairr also skipping the very last chest of the game. Jade taking a hit from that fire bat, realizes she doesn't have time to get the arrow shot off. Also missing the torch glitch, unfortunately, and she has to pop a blue potion just so she can fire off more fire rod shots.
We're getting pretty close, though.
Also, her slash timing is kind of scaring me because she keeps allowing a fire bat to go through. And this is the last hit. Yes, Jade got the last hit on Ganon.
Oh, no!
Oh no!
Oh my, that is... Wow, that is really unfortunate.
Oh my goodness, Jade, the nerves. The nerves.
Wow. Okay, now I stand by my original statement. This is going to be close, except it looks like she's going for potions. Wow, Tairr might actually take this.
Oh no, this is... Oh man. I have never seen this before.
That is going to be haunting. Because unless Tairr takes a fall, he's got this. Especially having Gold Sword.
And like, I was kind of worried because the nerves were kind of getting to her, Jade. And like, Jade? Okay, wait, she does have the portal there. I was like wondering, wait, we didn't do Aghanim Tower. Meanwhile, Tairr decides to let all the bees out.
Now that is another point. I don't believe Tairr has any safety items, so he's got to be careful. This could still come down to another death or a fall. We'll see.
But Tairr also missed the torch glitch. Nearly got hit by a fire bat too. And Tairr gets the 4th hit in. Hopefully he doesn't fall off. And he's just gonna use the bug dead as well, at least once. And let's see what happens here.
Oh geez, getting the swag dash, but wow. Tairr takes the race with an official speed racing TV time of 1 hour 49 minutes and 31 seconds.
Now, chat, actually get your GGs in. Oh man, that was a crazy ending to this race.
I never would have seen that coming, but it looks like we got Tairr in the waiting channel, so let's get him on in here. And we are joined by Tairr himself, GG.
Hello. I saw my internet was acting up a bit.
Alright, it's all good, but you're never gonna guess how close this race was, Tairr.
Pretty close, I would say, because of the Titansmiths and the Ice Rod.
Close. Jade was actually going to take the race, finished Ganon, but then walked off the top edge.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously.
Sorry, I should laugh.
Yeah, it's definitely brutal.
Meanwhile, Sailor Jade has finished the race with an official speed racing TV time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 40 seconds. Get your GGs in chat for Jade. Let's see if we can get her in.
Meanwhile, though, what did you think of that seed tier? It was definitely an interesting one.
Too many pendant dungeons in the Light World.
Seriously, though, I believe there were major progression items in all 3 pendant dungeons, if I'm remembering right.
Yep. I believe so. The bow was in Desert, the Pool Pearl was in Eastern, and the Titansmith was in Skullwoods. Yes.
I believe that all sounds right.
Yeah, sounds right to me as well.
Yeah, how did you feel about like your playing? Do you think your execution was good, or anything you want to work on at all?
I think I was pretty solid with my execution, but when my internet started to being weird, my music stopped and my execution dropped.
Oh man.
Yeah, especially near the end of the game when you were having internet issues, that would have been really bad.
Luckily, you got it worked out though. But I gotta ask though, Tairr, what is? Do you get your shield eaten every time?
Yes, shields are useless.
I mean, fair enough, but
Unless you're Captain America.
Then it's even more useless.
Was there, besides the myths, was there any other item that really trolled you in the seed?
What did you say?
Besides the myths being in Skullwoods, which you didn't check till pretty late, was there any other item that you felt trolled you in the seed?
Not really.
fair enough. You know, this race, for the most part, you guys made a lot of the same routing decisions, the two of you. The only big difference was it took you a little bit longer to get over there to Skullwoods to get the Titansmiths, but in the end, like, a lot of the routing you guys did was similar. It was pretty interesting. Do you plan on watching this back to, like, see what the differences were? Or?
I probably will watch it back.
Yeah, that's good. It looks like we're also joined by Sailor Jade in the chat. GG.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that last fall was that was pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie.
I was just so distracted by seeing Tairr not finish yet in the chat, and I didn't let go of the button, and I realized it a second too late.
Yeah, other than the ending there though, how do you feel you played through the rest of the seed?
At times, pretty decent. Ganon's Tower gave me more issues than I thought it would than it normally does.
Yeah, but you got through it for the most part fairly well, so it was still pretty impressive. Other than that, though, was there anything you wanted to like practice for the next seed or anything at all?
It's actually kind of funny. Everything I've been practicing up this week did not play into it at all. I had lamp early. Bosses were more than enough geared for. Just, I guess, not falling.
Well, yeah, that's definitely one. So what did you think of the seed overall, like the item placements and all that? Was there anything that you feel could have gone better routing-wise? Or
I don't remember, aside from silvers on Death Mountain and a sword upgrade, I think, was there much in there?
in Death Mountain?
Yeah, I can't even really remember the routing.
Yeah, I don't think there was a lot in Death Mountain. Silvers were the big main thing for sure.
Yeah, it was just silvers and the sword.
But yeah, I was just telling Tairr earlier, you two made a lot of the same similar routing differences, or choices. Wow. Your routing was not all that different except for like the Skull Woods play. You went in there a good amount earlier than Tairr did. But other than that, you two made a lot of similar decisions.
That's pretty good then, because I know Tairr's been a big name, and I've been dreading going up against him all week.
All right, still, it was definitely a close race. It was definitely a good one to watch, and thanks to both of you for putting that on for us. It was a lot of fun. All right, so was there anything else you two wanted to say about the seed in general or to each other at all?
Nothing much about the seed, but good race, Tairr.
Yeah, good race, and sadly that end. Also, I like the seed because we got 3 beers in a bottle.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that is true. There were lots of bees in this seed.
3 bees and a fairy. That was kind of funny.
Also a good amount of big 20s as well. We were kind of keeping track at the beginning because you found like 15 of them in the first 30 minutes. So yeah, Seriu's linking in the chat. Definitely go give these runners a follow. They both played their heart out. They're both fantastic runners. I've had the pleasure of racing Jade myself, and I know she's really good. So definitely go ahead and give those two a follow. They've put on a really good show for us.
Also give our tracker a follow, Flaffykins, my fellow commentator, Dying Sky. I would say me, but I actually don't stream, so that's kind of useless for giving me a follow. So, yeah.
Fair enough. So let's find out, Jade, what your collection rate was at the end here. I'm actually really curious to see like the differences between the two, because Jade, you hit go mode a lot sooner than Tairr with having found that flute and swamp. That was your go mode. Tairr still had to find the ice rod, so he spent a little while looking for that. So since he full cleared what was it? Did you full clear swamp, Tairr? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yes, so there was swamp, and then Ice Palace as well was also full cleared by him. So I'm really curious to see this.
Yeah, I realized as well that I was really stupid with leaving swamp at that time. I should have just went ahead and cleared it quickly on the assumption I was in go mode instead of going back.
I mean, it made sense because swamp is a really big time sink if you need to check the left side. So we were talking about it. I definitely agree with it though.
Yeah, we were discussing the difference between having to reopen the dam and checking the left side of swamp. So we kind of both agree that reopening a dam would take a lot less time than checking left side.
Okay, yeah, that was only about an 8-item difference. I'm actually surprised about that. That's interesting. All right, and Speed Gaming, I was going to go check the schedule, but Speed Gaming already gave us one. There is another race happening on Speed Gaming 2 after this. If you guys aren't satisfied with your rando fill for the day yet, definitely go check that one out. I don't quite know who's running it. Looks like it's going to be... wow, where is my brain right now?
It is Dr. Bob Tasic versus Emlyn.
Ah, yeah, there it is. Those are definitely 2 runners, so definitely check that out if you're not quite done with your rando for the day. But I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up unless you, Sailor Jade, or Tairr have any final comments.
Nope.
Nope, I'm good. Just eager to get on the next week and try to qualify.
Right, definitely. At least you still got a shot in this, though, Jade. I wish you luck with the finals for sure. And Tairr, congrats on being guaranteed to make the brackets. It's definitely got to be a good feeling. But with that, I think we're going to wrap this up. I've been Dark and Sky.
And I'm SaberUX.
Hope you guys have an awesome day.
Laters all.